slowly recovering from the injuries he incurred from Frightmare, saw us and decided that we had potential, took us under his wing. And he's really been our guiding force in bettering ourselves as ants. But the fire ant things never really let up. In the Infinite Gauntlet, I was in number 1 and I was fighting, hold my own, but I was just getting overcome. Here comes Thief Ant, and we start to even the odds a little until Murloc comes out. But then I look down the aisle and I see Fire Ant, and I think we have a friend because ants got to stick together. I help him clear out the cage and Crawdad, and I'm ready to team up, but he didn't like that either. Kicked me in the head, threw me out by my antenna. So that set us up for Niversario. It's my first chance to prove that I was ready. I'm an ant that can be by his side, and he doesn't have to worry about us. As it turns out, he likes to drop me on my head a lot. He's fine with worker ant, but he wants to turn around and kick me before the bell rings. But I think I proved him a lot that day. I proved that I can take what he has, and I can come back for more.
Well, if you saw any of the interactions on Twitter, I think you did more than just prove yourself. But that match, I believe there was a brain buster in that match that had me throwing my keyboard. So that match, I mean, anybody who's a fan of any kind of wrestling, that match was awesome, and Niversario was awesome. Now, this weekend, is it safe to say this is the biggest match in your career?
I would agree. Personally, that Fire Ant match that meant a lot to me. But professionally, Colt Cabana, I don't know that I can get much bigger.
Now, the Johnny Kidd Invitational, it's Green Ant versus Colt Cabana. This is going to be this Saturday. Obviously, if you're a fan of Delirious, you must have been watching Colt Cabana for quite some time, correct?
I've watched Colt Cabana for years. I pulled up my YouTube search history as I went to do some research for this match. And I remember watching a Colt Cabana match that's dated 12 years ago. Yeah, it's a long time coming for me to be in the ring with him.
And Colt Cabana is another one of those guys. He never, he stayed in the independents pretty much his entire life. And if you ask him right now, you could he's just having so much fun. And I think it's such a great time for professional wrestlers like yourself, like a Colt Cabana, to be able to make a living without having to, be in the WWE. And that doesn't always have to be everybody's end game anymore like it used to be. Is that fair to say?
That's absolutely fair to say. There's more shows going on now than ever before. Seeing him, he can wrestle 4, 5, 6 times a weekend, and it's insane to me. Myself, I made my debut on February 2nd, and I'm already up to 25 matches, and I'm adding 4 more this weekend.
So how long were you training before you officially made your pro debut?
Somewhere around 2 years.
Wow, that's crazy. I mean, I know some people feel like, did you feel like you were ready for it when you made it? You feel like you were past due? Like how long into training were you like, you know what? I have the confidence in myself to be able to do this.
I knew coming in as a Green Ant, there'd be a lot of people with eyes on me. There's a lot of people that they would look at my predecessor and look at me, and there'd definitely be comparisons drawn. I knew I needed to train as much as I could before that first outing, and be as ready as I could possibly be.
Well, I mean, you figure it's what, 4 months, over 25 matches. I mean, at that pace, I mean, what was it physically? How tough was the transition from, in the gym matches to working in front of a crowd? Did you notice that take a toll on you right in the beginning, or were you just, you're so used to it because of the high level of training at the Wrestle Factory?
There was certain level of new pain that came along with it. The first time I did 2 shows in a day was a real eye opener on how rough this can be. But we worked through it. We learned how to properly stretch and get all these muscles so they don't tighten up on you in the middle of the match. It's a challenge, but it's a welcome challenge.
So now people out there that have been, they have a crash course on Chikara. They know Green Ant. Green Ant, if people haven't seen you wrestle before, what 2 matches are you going to point them to and say, this is what Green Ant's about?
Number 1 would be the Fire Ant match or Niversario. You want to know why they call me the resilient rookie? Just watch me there. I refuse to give up. And then
no, go ahead.
And then there was a free match Monday. It was the first round of Tag Road Grand Prix. Steve Ant and I against Cornelius Crumbles and Sonny DeFarge. And that match to me was a showcase of what Thief Ant and I can do. And that was second time the world has seen this team together. We've only gotten better since then.
Well, luckily, Chikara is very giving, because if you go to chikarapro.com, Chikaratopia, you have a 7-day free trial. Correct. So go on there, watch the matches, and if you time it right, you might be able to get the Johnny Kidd Invitational on there as well. My dogs are even pumped about the tournament this weekend. Officer Magna would be stoked right now. So, this weekend, good.
I have somewhat important news that should still be going on. If you use the code JEDDAH, JEDDAH, you'll have a whole month free of Chikaratopia.
And that's what we did, actually. 4 weeks free. Wait, I'm sorry, 4 weeks or 4 months?
4 weeks. 4 weeks.
Yeah, 4 weeks, 1 month. Full month free. But it goes back into the very beginning of Chikara. So if people, the names that have wrestled for Chikara that I don't think people even realize, you go all the way back and you just put on a random event that you've never heard of, and the names are going to blow you away. I think that's the coolest thing about the company. So I want to wish you the best of luck against Colt Cabana this weekend. We'll be watching live. Tell us where everybody can keep up with you, your Instagram, your Twitter. Where can we follow you? Where can we know what's going on with you?
So on Instagram and Twitter, I'm @_greenant_. I just made a Facebook not too long ago. It's facebook.com/greenantwrestles.
Well, for some reason, we have the most amount of followers ever on Facebook, so we're going to link it to the Facebook. We're going to put that out there. Green Ant, we really appreciate you taking time to talk to us. We look forward to to being on the journey with you. We're going to ask you to come back. I know you watch a lot of wrestling. You want to come on for any of the prediction shows or anything like that, you are more than welcome. And I'm just brainstorming here. We might have a segment called The Anthill.
I'm all down for it.
That is fantastic. Well, everybody, again, Chikara this weekend, the Johnny Kidd Invitational, Green Ant versus the veteran Colt Cabana in what is sure to be an awesome match. Chikaratopia, coupon code JEDDAH, JEDDAH, gets you 4 weeks free. And everybody be sure to check it out. Green Ant, thanks again, man. We look forward to hearing from you soon.
Oh, thank you very much.
Take care.